Okay, let's talk about a piece of wisdom that's, believe it or not, centuries old, but it speaks directly to a feeling that is so incredibly modern. It's that feeling of waiting and waiting for something you've prayed for with all your heart.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You pour your soul into a prayer, you're sincere, you're hopeful, and then nothing. It's like your prayer has been left on read by the universe, just sitting there with that unanswered status, and you're stuck wondering what's going on.
Well, what if there was a way to understand what's happening on our end during that silence? A kind of spiritual diagnostic tool left for us by a master from the 13th century to help us check our own inner connection when things feel, well, off.
Just let these words sink in for a second. This is from Ibn Ataillah al-Iskandari, and what he's telling us is so powerful. He's saying, hey, just because what you were promised is delayed, don't you dare start doubting the promise itself. Because that doubt, it does serious damage. It can mess with your spiritual insight, your Bashirah, and even put out the light of your innermost self, your Sirr. Okay, let's really dive into this.
And to really get it, we need a story. We're going to look at this incredible, superhuman story from the Qur'an about Prophet Ibrahim. You might know him as Abraham and his wife, Sarah. I mean, their story is basically the ultimate masterclass in waiting for a promise from God.
So, for years, and not just a few years, we're talking decades, Prophet Ibrahim had this one constant, deep prayer. It wasn't just a casual wish, it was this profound longing for a righteous child. It was etched into the very core of who he was.
And those years just kept rolling by. Ibrahim and Sarah got old, like really old. Way past the point where having children was even a biological possibility. That door seemed locked, bolted, and shut for good. And that's the moment. That's when angels show up with news that is just completely unbelievable. And you gotta love this part because it's just so real. This is Sarah's reaction. It's not just shock. You can almost hear the laughter in her voice. The kind of, wait, are you kidding me right now? She's looking at herself, she's looking at her husband, she's looking at reality, and the promise just makes zero logical sense. And honestly, can you blame her?
So to really get what's at stake here, let's circle back to those two really important words from that first quote. First, there's Bashirah. Think of it like your spiritual 20/20 vision. It's that clear insight that lets you see the truth of God in everything. And then there's Sirr. This one's even deeper. It's like a divine light inside your heart, your personal spiritual blueprint that lights up your destiny and your unique mission in life.
All right, so what happens when doubt sneaks in? Even for a totally understandable, totally human reason like Sarah's. Well, Ibn Ataillah warns us that it's not just a passing thought. It kicks off a kind of spiritual chain reaction, like a set of dominoes, and not in a good way.
And it all starts with the very foundation of faith itself, a concept we call Tawhid. Now, this is more than just believing in one God. It's that deep, gut-level, unshakable conviction in His absolute power, His oneness, His wisdom. It is the bedrock that everything else is built on.
And this is exactly how that domino effect works. See? It all starts with that tiny little seed of doubt. It gets planted in your heart. Then that doubt starts to put cracks in your core conviction, your Tawhid. Once that foundation gets shaky, your spiritual vision, your Bashirah, it starts to get blurry. And if that insight is clouded, then the actual lantern of your soul, your Sirr, its light can get snuffed out. So the point is, doubt is never just a small thing. It has real cascading consequences. Now, let's tie this back to Sarah's story. Some scholars suggest that her very human, very relatable moment of hesitation, that little flicker of doubt, might have actually been a reason why the promise took even longer to be fulfilled. It's just a powerful reminder that our inner state of certainty really, truly matters.
So, what on earth does all of this mean for us, right here, right now, waiting for our own prayers to be answered? It means that waiting isn't supposed to be a passive thing. It's an active job. It's the job of protecting our own inner light.
And really, this is what it all boils down to. Think of your faith as this brilliant light inside of you. Doubt is the shadow that's always trying to creep in and dim it. So your work, our work, is to guard that core conviction, that Tawhid. Because when you protect that, you keep your spiritual vision, your Bashirah, crystal clear. And when that vision is clear, the light of your unique purpose, your Sirr, can shine brightly and light up the path ahead. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. We all have something, some promise we are holding on to, some prayer we are waiting for.
The real work isn't just in the waiting itself. It's in actively guarding that hope from the shadow of doubt, so that no matter what, our inner lights can keep on shining.